Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He's got Denzel Mims, the rookie from Baylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
By Kareem Jackson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, McDonald. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Out of the gun, McDonald. Got a man, it's Mims. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Von Miller.
It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Broncos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, Run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 24, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 71 yards. They'll run with Lindsey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Davis on the tackle.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they could...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Returning it, here's Hamler. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Their own 31-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brought down at the...
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Locke. Flush to his right. Incomplete. Philip Lindsey, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Intended for Philip Lindsey.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson.
Complete.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, McDonald. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McDonald forced out to his, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Rashawn Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd
from the gun. McDonald flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder. 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot. One of the niftier receivers in the league.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Ficken's kick is good. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. A good run on 1st down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
This is caught inside the 15. Into Jets territory before being taken down.
50 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Yeah, he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Block working out of the gun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
One more time with Lindsey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald going deep now for Herndon. And that's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back now here on EA Sports.
13.
From the gun, it's Locke. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
48-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McDonald. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there, but now it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side of the ball. Double-digit sacks in 7 of his 9 seasons in the NFL. And when he finished the 2019 season, Second in total sacks in NFL history among active players, behind only Terrell Suggs.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second and 7, Locke. He'll go up top here for him. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 33 yards.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lock. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Lock to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a gain of 7.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. The 40, 30, the 20, 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.